Good morning. We're looking west from the top of about 20 floors, a condo, and this is Wat Doi Sutup. It's about a 6,000 foot mountain that's immediately west of Chiang Mai, Thailand. If you can see some lights slightly to the left of center on the frame, that is Wat Doi Sutup. Wat is the Thai word for temple, Doi is the Thai word for mountain, and Sutup is the Thai word for that mountain. I'm going to go for a walk around the old city wall shortly, but I thought perhaps a look at the city from up above might make it more meaningful, give you an idea where you're at. Now, I'm panning south now, and that single light on the top of that barely discernible mountain that's Golden Mountain, and that white light is right next to the tallest Buddha in Chiang Mai at about 57 feet or 17 meters. Now, I'm going to walk across the top of the building. Now we're facing east. There's another range of mountains to the east and north of us, but with the farmers burning rice fields currently, we've got a bit of a haze. The sun should be up shortly though. And if you get out of town, the haze pretty well dissipates. Now this is the west. The street below us to the right, excuse us, this is the east view. The street below us to the right is Hui Khao Street. It leads out to the mountain, and it also leads down to a city wall corner. The taller brick building to your right, where you can see it says IT City, is Chad Suan Khao, which is a shopping mall. And as you can see, at about 7 a.m., this is a sleepy town. It might be the second biggest city in Thailand, but every morning the Chinese visitors, who are usually much more, shall we say, energized than the Thais, are sitting down at the mall and can't believe it doesn't open until 11 a.m. But it's a little tricky to get coffee real early in the morning, but it's a very laid-back lifestyle, and I enjoy it. How's that for a coach, gentlemen? We're down at one of the corners, the northeast corner of the city moat. The fountains are on during tourist season every day. This is a corner right here. Not too much of the wall is left except the corners and the gates. And this canal is roughly 1 mile on each side, and the interior of the city is about 1 square mile, and that's about 2.5 square kilometers. every year Chiang Mai has an umbrella factory or umbrella festival, and there's an umbrella factory down in Busan. And as you can see, the trees have been decorated with umbrellas and flowers, and I believe they light up at night. This is one of the temples that's located on the outer perimeter of the city wall. The temples are, to a certain degree, pretty consistent in how they're made. And there's almost always some of these guys. This is what I'd call the main sanctuary. I'm removing my shoes. You can always tell how many people are in a place indoors in Thailand by counting the shoes and dividing by 2. Hello, kitty. Obviously a very serene cat. It's early yet. There'll be people around shortly, but we've got to do our little walking in the morning before it gets hot. Because although I like the exercise, me and sweat have never been on a good relationship. Here's an old chetty. It's also called a stupa, and in some cases they're called pagodas, but they're typically where some relic or an old teacher or some other thing that's important to the Buddhist religion is typically enshrined in these old chetties. See the That's a chetty, also called a stupa, occasionally called a pagoda. Typically artifacts or cremated remains of teachers and monks are enshrined in the stupas. I'm just walking around a temple yard that's over by my condominium. Here's the main temple, and we're on the way out. There are arches of this type on most of the main streets coming in and out of Chiang Mai. The pictures have been modified recently after the death of the king and the coronation of his son. It used to be just father's pictures were up there, but the father is currently lying in state at the Grand Palace down in Bangkok. This is the gate on the east side, on the west side of Chiang Mai, The big gate, or the one that's most familiar to most tourists, is straight through town to our left, and it's called the Taipei Gate. But this is the East Gate. Excuse me, did it again. West Gate, west. That's the sun over to our left. Comes up in the east, I've heard. And there's another stupa over there. Well, we're here at Kurong Corner. It's about 1.5 miles of walking back to the condo. And as you can see, somebody named Prince Krua, who was the son of a king, was kept prisoner at this corner of the city wall. Here's a picture of old King Rama IX. I believe that Rama is the Thai word for king. We're still at the southwest corner, but this is a public park. This is where the flower parade terminates at this park, and the whole park is full of flowers then, and it's still quite got a lot of flowers all the time, since it never gets winter here. These elephants are made and sold locally, and they're used for decoration quite frequently. There's some over by 2 of the malls in my condo area, and as you can see, they're spread around pretty well. And you can see all of the umbrellas over there by the entrance. And some folks getting them a selfie. I'm going to walk across the bridge and have a look. Now remember, it's February, and we just don't have any winter at all here. fruit lying on the pavement all over the city. If you're outfitting a temple, this is the place to come. They've got the statues, they've got the gongs, they've got the floral stuff. And you can rent it or buy it. Okay, all the cunning linguists among you have probably already figured out that this is something with 2 syllables, a word that is, with 2 syllables, and the first syllable is cluster. You'll have to figure out the rest of it. This is the gate market on the south side of the city wall, and it's got every vegetable known to man. Out here in the island of the highway, we've got clothing, and I'm gonna get brave and try to get across this street. Kapun Kab. Kapun Kab is thank you in Thai. Now this is the entry to the motorcycle parking. Thai sausage, good stuff. And this goes on for about 4 acres. At the town corner. This is the halfway point of my morning walk, and this is the southeast corner of the moat. 2.5 miles down, 2.5 to go. From a tourist perspective, this is the main street of Chiang Mai. It's called Moon Moing, but over on the other side it's a different name and I don't remember it, and I probably massacred the pronunciation of the street anyway. Interesting old tree here. Traffic's fairly light. red thing is called a song tao. It's one of several types of taxi that are available here. You've got the conventional taxis that are typically blue and yellow. Then we have those red song taos. They're not always red, but they're usually red. And then they have, right back there in front of the Wang Burpa, that three-wheel motorcycle is called a tuk-tuk, and they're also very common here. You will notice that this is the Mad Dog Pizza place. Over to the right, it says Farang food. Farang is the Thai word for foreigner, but in the Chinese strip below it, it says American food. So I don't know if that means all Americans are foreigners or if it's just a convenience for the sign maker.
Mad Dog.
I got the Harley shirt over at Rico with the two elephants where the two cylinders are. That's a cool shirt. Then I was down at Harley in Bangkok and they were all like, wow, we want to do that too, because between me and you, the Harley shop in Bangkok has got boring shirts. I mean, there's nothing to them.
I got this one down at the night market down here.
Probably their choice was probably better than Bangkok.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Minnesota, U.S.
I got some friends in Minnesota.
Okay.
Been there many times. Used to work for a guy named Prince. Was a Minnesotan from over in, I believe, Eden Prairie area.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm further north.
Yeah. Well, I can hear almost the twang of Winnipeg in your accent, so I suspected that.
Yeah, I'm part French-Canadian too.
Ah, vous parlez français?
No.
Ah.
I've been in, that was way back. When they ran the 49th parallel across, half of my mother's family was...
Yeah, I got you. Okay. Well, you have a good morning. I'm trying to do a little bit of video work with some friends and want to know what it's like here.
Yeah.
The desert. Okay. We're down at the Taipei gate now. There's an event being prepared. This is the staging thus far. And everybody in Thailand is using basically the same rig. It's subwoofers on the ground and the treble components flown. For my lighting buddies, I'll try to get a little bit of idea of what they've got up here. Looks like LED stuff, but I've been out of production so long that I don't trust myself to tell you what something is, really. This is one of those places that most tourists feel it is compulsory to come and get your picture taken when you're in Chiang Mai. And here is where the fattest pigeons in Chiang Mai live. Ni hao.
You want to shoot a picture for you?
I'm taking your picture right now. For my video. Yeah. What part of China are you from?
Northern part.
Shandong? or
Yeah,
Harbin?
Shandong.
Shandong?
Yes. We come from Qingdao.
Oh, I know Qingdao very well. I used to live in Maidao.
Okay.
Yeah, on the east part of Qingdao.
Yeah.
You know Qingdao University?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I once teach there.
Oh.
I teach ALS test.
Yes, I have many friends that are Chinese English teachers.
Yeah.
And I lived there about 4 years.
4 years.
I think Qingdao very good.
Yeah.
But it's cheaper here.
Yeah, it's pretty cheaper here.
Yeah.
The food, the residence, yes, it's very cheap. Yeah.
Well, that's funny. It's good to see somebody from Qingdao.
Yeah.
I had an English teacher came and visited me last month.
Yeah.
And then last April, when it's too hot,
Yeah.
one of my other friends from up there came.
So you're from UK? You're not here Kingdom?
No, well, my passport is American. I've been out of America for some time,
Yes.
living in Asia.
Yeah. Judging from your accent, I think you may be from United Kingdom.
No, I'm from the southern part
Southern part.
of America, Atlanta,
Florida.
Georgia, Atlanta.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, I think, is this your Lapo?
Yeah. This is my girlfriend.
Oh, girlfriend.
She is also from
Bo Lao Po.
from Shandong.
Ni hao.
Yeah.
Ni lao ban. Well, have a great day. Nice talking to you.
Nice to meet you.
My pleasure.
Nice to meet you.
我都很喜欢。再来啊，那再给你拍呢，好玩啊。好多在吃，好多在吃。
谢谢。Sorry.
还有吗？
对，你再蹲着喂一下。You take a photo?
Yes, this is movie camera, GoPro.
Okay.
Yeah.
You start a movie?
Yes, I've been walking down this side of the canal this morning and just filming what goes on. My friends at home are not, they have no idea what it's like here.
Okay.
Yeah. Where are you from?
Shanghai, China.
Shanghai. I used to live in Qingdao. Qingdao?
Qingdao?
Right.
You have been
Yeah.
Okay, how long?
Ninh by Qingdao?
Yeah, Qingdao is long, far away from Shanghai.
1 hour airplane.
Yeah. Everything is
Yes, I lived there a few years. I like it very much. But cheaper here, you know.
Yeah.
Have a good morning. They're going to be setting up a license check for motorcycles right here. All they really want is to see if you've got either a Thai license or an international license and a helmet. And after that, there's very little conversation, if any. Chiang Mai will get you for about 200 baht, which is about $5 if you don't have either of the above, and about $10 if you've got neither of the above. The pigeons eat until they're stuffed with rice, and then they come and sit down to digest. It's an interesting old tree, cracked right in the middle, but still amazingly alive. had to do that now that that redwood tree in California is no longer with us, that people could drive cars through. Across the street there, you can get your massage and your barbecue under one roof. Fun time. The Chinese tourists dress very nicely. We're approaching the third corner. You can see it in the distance. I'm not gonna go to the outside here because it'll do you no good to see another corner when you've already seen what they're like. This is the final side of the wall and moat. You can see Doi Sutup is a mountain in the distance. The haze is kind of bad this morning, but since it was a long monsoon season this year, the farmers got 2 crops of rice in, and right now they're preparing their fields because there'll be another planting as soon as probably, I'm guessing now, but I think probably in May. Chiang Mai is awash in street art. There's a lot of it. It's all over. And some of it's very interesting. The guy on the far right, the green guy, is a Lana character, and those are Lana tattoos. Lana is another word for northern Thailand. The language in northern Thailand is a little bit different than the southern Thai language as well. But frequently the green guy will have RIP CNX somewhere hidden in his pictures. That one's pretty conspicuous, but at least they don't have blank walls that are boring. I like this. Well, it says BMW. I have no clue. It says BMW on the engine. Well, this Buddha got a new paint job during the summer, and it's looking real shiny this morning. Hard to photograph a lot of them because the cotton picking things are so bright, they'll give you little burned out places on your picture. Just a couple of streets over and we run into this street art. And then we turn around, and on the left is a work by Warris. This is D. McPhee, and this is my friend Maui Kola. Maui just returned from France, where he was doing some building art there. Thank you. You too.